Hello everybody, and this is Dom from Upstate Supernatural. I'd like to welcome everybody in for a brand new episode of Loving Whispers. And we're going to be testing out nothing, because this is Loving Whispers. But we're going to be focusing on trying to communicate to the other side, to listen for their loving message, and kind of send our own in their where they are. Let them not feel alone, and really kind of be there for them. So if anybody in the chat or anybody viewing this ever has a message they'd like to try to have us convey or give to the other side, please feel free to message us privately or write it in the chat, and we'll try to do it during our session. But without further ado, I do have James and I do have Renee here with me. So I'm going to go ahead and swing over to Renee.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Spirits, for being here also this evening. I'll let you know that definitely we've been having fun with them prior to the show. They're in rare form tonight, and they're spreading a lot of love for all of us. So we feel very blessed and very grateful and thankful this evening. So it'll be should be a really good, interesting show. James?
Yes.
And I'm gonna get James in here. I gotta fix the video a little bit, but I'll do that as we're right after we play our findings.
Sure. I'd like to say hi to everyone in the room. I'm glad to see everyone's turning out there tonight. I think we're in for another good session tonight. We've been having some pretty good stuff happen lately there. And I hope everyone enjoys tonight's session. And without further ado, I suppose, it should be automatic there. I should turn this thing on here.
Yep, just give me 2 seconds. I'm getting the screens all set.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, when Dom says I'm ready there, we're going to do the VP session. But like Dom and Renee were saying, anybody in the chat, if you have any questions you'd like me to ask or Renee or Dom to ask, feel free to post them, and we'll do our best to relay your questions or comments.
And I think I got that all situated. It's actually, it was the route inside which you guys called. Normally it goes the other way, so that's why it was different. But I do believe I have that all situated. And there's Renee, there's James, there's myself. Hello. And I'm going to go ahead and mute. What James is going to do, for anybody that may be new that's viewing this, James is going to do what's called a burst session. He's going to record for a few minutes, and then we're going to play that back live during the show. We may hear things as this is happening. We do have our findings from last week, which actually I do want to play that first for everybody. Then we're going to go ahead and do your burst session. But each week we have our findings that we find, or sometimes we don't find anything. But it all depends on what happens during the session. And we did find some interesting anomalies from last week's session. And I'd like to share those with everybody. If you haven't seen it yet, you'll be able to see them now.
I always ask the same question when I ask this. Could you tell me a bit about yourself? I always ask the same question when I ask this. Could you tell me a bit about yourself?
Was it a 1982 Corvette? Was it a 1982 Corvette?
Is there anybody that's in my room with me right now? What about Dom? Is there anyone around Dom right now? Is there anybody that's in my room with me right now? What about Dom? Is there anyone around Dom right now? Is there anybody that's in my room with me right now? What about Dom? Is there anyone around Dom right now? Another user in, well, another person in chat heard "Don't come in, M." Could you please expand on that?
Your daughter.
Hmm. Is that what you heard?
That's what I heard, yeah. What?
Another user in, another person in chat heard "Don't come in, M." Could you please expand on that?
Your daughter.
Hmm. Is that what you heard?
That's what I heard, yeah. What?
Another user in, another person in chat heard "Don't come in, M." Could you please expand on that?
Your daughter.
Is that what you heard?
That's what I heard, yeah. What?
How are we going to stop this? How can we stop this? Do you have any advice for us?
Please. Peace.
Peace.
Yes.
You're right. How are we going to stop this? How can we stop this? Do you have any advice for us?
Please. Peace.
Peace.
Yes.
You're right. How are we going to stop this? How can we stop this? Do you have any advice for us?
Please. Peace.
Peace.
Yes.
You're right.
And those were some of the findings that we found from our last session. And again, not every week do we find anything. We've had at least 1 or 2 weeks where I think we didn't find anything at all that seemed to be relevant. So we're going to I can't read that, James.
Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Dom.
so we're gonna go ahead and switch over to James, and he's gonna go ahead and do a birth session, and then right after that, we're gonna play it back, and we're gonna switch over to the Phasma box. Again, everybody, this is more intended if you have a loving message that you'd like to have us try to share. Also, it's for us to try to be there for the individuals, for the spirits that may feel alone, may feel lost and alone. And this is kind of our tribute to try to let them know that they're not, that we're searching for them, we're trying to find ways to help them. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to James. And
Okay.
I'm muting right now.
Cool. Okay. Let me hit. Actually, for anyone that tuned in, I'm James. And let's see here. And we're about to do a verse session. Starting now. Spirits in communication tonight. We've been having some pretty good responses there lately. I'd like to ask you a few questions. First one I'm going to ask is one I always ask, and that is there anyone around me tonight that is willing to communicate? And would you be able to tell me who you are? We were having a discussion earlier, and there's a few things I'd like to ask. One of them being the way you tell your time and so what and somewhat and so forth. Do you still go by like days a week, months, years, and such like that? Or do you guys even have time there? No, that's always been a curiosity. The other thing I'd like to ask is the difference with day and night. Do you notice that difference anymore, or is it all the same to you? I have someone in the chat, Judy Wilson. They want me to ask you, when you cross over, Were you met by people who loved you, loved ones, people from your past? Or have you crossed over yet, per se? If there is an individual behind me right now, if you haven't already, what would your name be? And have I ever tried to communicate with you in the past, or are you new? Now, do you know me in person, or as personally, or is this the first time you've seen me? I have time for one more question. And is there who is me? Sorry, who is talking to Maya in her sleep, getting her to have those little conversations? Could you tell me your name? And for those who don't know, Maya is Renee's daughter. Well, it seems I've run out of time for this session, so I'm going to stop it. And I'm going to play it back. And we'll see if we get anything. Just 1 second, folks. And let's hear what we got here. Starting now. Spirits in communication tonight. We've been having some pretty good responses. I'd like to ask you a few questions. First one I'm going to ask is one I always ask, and that is there anyone around me tonight that is willing to communicate? And would you be able to tell me who you are? We were having a discussion earlier, and there's a few things I'd like to ask. One of them being the way you tell your time and so what and somewhat and so forth. Do you still go by like days a week, months, years, and such like that? Or do you guys even have time there? No, that's always been a curiosity. The other thing I'd like to ask is the difference with day and night. Do you notice that difference anymore, or is it all the same to you? I have someone in the chat, Judy Wilson. They want me to ask you, when you cross over, were you met by people who loved you, loved ones, people from your past? Or have you crossed over yet? per se. If there is an individual behind me right now, if you haven't already, what would your name be? And have I ever tried to communicate with you in the past, or are you new? Now, do you know me in person, or as personally, or is this the first time you've seen me? I have time for one more question. And is there who is me? Sorry, who is talking to Maya in her sleep, getting her to have those little conversations? Could you tell me your name? And for those who don't know, Maya is Renee's daughter. Well, it seems I've run out of time for this session, so I'm going to stop it. Well, that's it for this week.
And we are back. And we're going to go ahead and turn on the Phasma box. We were using it before the show. We had some really outstanding communication. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that on right now.
Prior to the show starting, I was hearing the name Sarah, and so we were asking a bunch of questions. I didn't ask if there was a Sarah here, so that's the first thing I would like to ask is if one of the spirits here with us this evening, if your name is Sarah.
James, your mic is buzzing a little bit. Just to let you know.
Yeah, okay.
It's good. It's good right now.
Okay, it's fine right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't touch.
Just started to do it again.
Here, do me a favor. Mute me just for half a sec there, so I don't blow everyone's eardrums off. Okay?
I can't do that. You got to mute yourself on Skype. Just hit the microphone button on Skype.
Better?
Still doing it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's all set.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks.
Hello. This is Dominic. I have Renee. I have James with us. We told you we'd be back about 10:30. It's about 10:30 now. I'm really low. I think that's about as loud as I can get this, actually. Should be a little bit better that way. Okay.
It doesn't sound bad.
Amazing.
Sarah, so do we have a Sarah here with us this evening?
I'd like to know what's amazing.
I think they said secret.
Ooh, you got a secret. I like secrets.
How are you doing this evening? Are you feeling well? Welcome, David, Chris, Psycho, Mary, Doppler, and Judy as well. And
Now,
and Edward as well. Ed.
Yeah. Now, if I can butt in there, I'd like to be curious, find out a little bit more who this gentleman is that's surrounding me right now. Can you tell me a bit?
Lori as well. Thanks for being in here.
Hi, Lori.
Any individual speaking with us, if we know your name, we'd like to say hello to you too. You guys hear this okay?
Yes.
Okay. It sounds fine now, by the way.
How long have you been hanging around me for there now?
A day?
And where did I find you, or how did you find me?
I heard the cat. Then I heard the therapist. Did you see a therapist yesterday?
I got a cute kitty.
I gave a spiritual guidance session, counseling session yesterday.
That could be it.
Marvin? And again, spirits, we're here for you. We're trying to listen to hear that you're okay. Trying to see if we can help you. You're not alone. We're searching for you. We're trying to hear you the best that we can.
Let's play. You guys want to play? What would you like to play? This?
Okay.
Where's Misty? Okay.
Let me see. Do you want to play I Spy? Let's play I Spy. I'll start it. And you tell me what I'm looking at. I know nobody can see that, but that's all the point of I Spy, right? So I spy something with my little eye that's green and yellow. Can you tell me what it is? Did you just say bottle? I'll accept that. That's my probiotic.
You turned off your video, James.
Oh, did I? I thought I
Okay.
muted myself when I ran out
No,
there.
you're good. You're back.
Okay. I was wondering. Man.
So, bottle, I'll take bottle if that's what they said.
What other games do you like to play? Do you ever like playing cards, like solitaire or pitch, euchre, hearts, spades?
52 pickup. That being said, were you an athletic person? Did you like playing sports?
What was your favorite sport? What was your favorite sports team? Favorite sports team?
Sorry about that. That was my dog.
I'm seeing a vision of this little toy, and I can remember having one when I was little, and some of you might know what it is. It's a little metal thing that you would like click it. It would like click, 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 click. You'd like press down on a part of it, and it would like just click. It wasn't anything fancy. Who's showing that to me?
I'd like to jump in there. One of our fellow viewers there, Psycho Love, has a question. What was your favorite scary movie?
Or from the movie Scream? What was your favorite scary movie?
Nice.
I'm waiting to hear. I know what you did last summer.
That was a horrible horror movie. That was
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch like any of the classics, like the Wolfman, Frankenstein, Dracula? Did you like watching comedies or theater?
Comedies are pretty cool. Did you have a favorite comedian?
Would you do you know who George Carlin is? Did you enjoy George Carlin? It's a little risque, but
My favorite used to be Rodney Dangerfield.
back to school. Question coming in from our chat. Are you able to be with your family members whenever you want? Do you need help to do that?
Is there a specific way that you like to communicate with them? And how well does it work?
They see you, Dom.
They see me?
Yeah.
Yes, he is crazy.
I'm like, I'm bald, but what up?
The glare is giving you away.
I don't have glitter on my head. It's the shine. It's the shine from the glare.
Turtle wax.
Every Italian uses oil.
I'm not saying a word. Nope.
Captain, co-captain. Yeah, yep. So you see my picture on the wall. I was 20 in that picture.
Is there something in my room that you can see right now?
Something sit up.
I thought they said Carmesita. Something like that. I have a question.
So it's
I mean,
that
we were joking.
Co-captain and captain. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Too much brightness now.
Let me try this. You see that? Yeah, there you go. That was me on a boat. I worked on a boat.
It wouldn't happen to have been
Sorry,
the SS
Renee,
Minnow,
go
would
ahead.
We were joking with them earlier about different smells, and if they could smell things, but also give off different smells, and I guess that's kind of answered really, Dom, when sometimes they present to us, they come through to us through a smell, at times. I would like to know how they do that. How do you guys let us know that you're around us via smell?
And with
How are you able to get that smell to us that we can recognize different spirits?
Easy.
There's something we were talking about, or actually asking earlier to you. Can you still recognize smells for yourself, whether it be pleasant or offensive?
That is true with some investigations. You'll smell like tobacco, cigarette smoke, cigars,
Flowers, I've heard that too.
flowers,
Perfume.
perfume. Yeah, different fragrances. I'd like to ask this. Man has a best friend. We all have animals, whether it's a cat or a dog. I know another team that has actually captured the sound of horses galloping through their audio recorder. I'm curious. Do you have animals and your best friends around you?
That actually brings me to another question I'd like to ask now that you mention that, Tom. Can animals communicate with humans after they're passed on?
Can they communicate with humans? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Dogs?
Well, I mean, animals are very loyal in life, so you never know.
And somebody likes lilacs, which they've been in bloom, but who likes lilacs? I love lilacs.
We
Well,
actually
I've got a new.
we have
Sorry,
lilacs behind our house.
Well, I have a big bush on the side, and I have a new white lilac tree that sprouted out of nowhere this year.
Yeah, the kitty cat jumped on my computer, huh?
Is there somebody sitting next to me? Huh. I feel a coldness on my right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, earlier, when you were gone, we seen an orb shoot past in your room.
Saw an orb. Shoot
Oh
past.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
saw
a
an orb.
big, nice,
Red
like
control.
your screen. Like he was in the middle of talking, okay, and so his picture was showing. So I'm watching his picture. All of a sudden, it switched to your room, right, with no sound, and this orb shot right across the screen, and then it switched back to him.
Well, it stayed on him for while we were doing the stuff. It's not capturing.
Copy.
Only you guys would have seen that because you guys can see me the whole time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but this was before the show started.
Yeah, this is before when you went outside there.
Yeah. Yep.
That being said, are you the one that created the orb? I guess you could say, or whatever. The one hanging around Dom right now.
But I did not have like the Skype window up. I had my browser up, so it's only to one little window. So when he's talking, it's just going to show him. Or if you're talking, it's just going to show you. I'm not going to be able to see both of you at the same time.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have about 4 screens going right now. Is it intimidating when we're trying to do this? When we're trying to talk with you, does it intimidate you? Because we're not trying to.
No, we're not.
Is it too bright in this room right now for you?
Turn off.
So I can try to make it a little bit darker. I think in one capacity, it's fairly dark.
Tuesday.
What do you recommend? I mean, we talk about energy levels and having to keep our own energy levels vibrating higher, right? What do you recommend for people to do to keep their energy level, their vibrational energy levels high? And I'm seeing somebody right now actually jumping in puddles. Like, like they're like a kid, but they're an adult jumping in puddles. Who's jumping in the puddles right now or wanting to?
You remember you doing that as a child.
I still do it. I do it to my kids before they can do it to me, and I splash them. I do it on purpose.
I've done worse than that, but 2 people walking on a sidewalk, driving by in the car.
Oh, jeez.
Oops.
One of my coworkers did that a couple of months ago, and she didn't realize that it was like that deep and would like totally drench the person.
Yeah, I felt bad after.
She thought it was pretty funny.
I did one
Oh.
worse when I was like 17, 18. I was driving my car and there's a huge puddle. Splashed into it. The person's house, their window's right next door with the window open.
Oh no.
I was like, oh god, I didn't know I was going to do that.
Nice.
And then I went to school with the person. They're, very happy the next day. Very
Foreløpig.
Now, to whomever we're talking to, did you ever do anything like that?
Mia.
When we were young.
Yeah, when you were young.
accidental mischief.
Yep. Accidental. Yeah, we know that one.
I can't imagine when they woke up.
You probably woke them up with their bed was probably right there.
I don't know.
They probably woke up and didn't realize and probably thought they wet their bed.
It's another story I'm never going to talk about.
Accident.
Not saying a word.
Spirits, I'm sure you've heard me tell this story, but all I'm going to say is Jonathan. And if you know the story with Jonathan and his girlfriend, that's all that needs to be said.
Yeah.
Hus.
Oh no, you can't say whose. I can't tell the story. It's bad. It's very bad.
This is a family channel. That's PG-18.
It's definitely M.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Tell us something that you guys did that was mischievous that you did to other people. How about now? Do you do anything mischievous to people now? Do you hide things on them?
Do you find it any easier being active daytime or nighttime,
Thinking.
or does it even really make a difference to you?
Mondays. And Jacob.
Do you like try to tap people and then laugh when they feel it and they don't see anybody there?
We are giving them some ideas too.
Yes, that's good. Because everybody likes to play and have fun.
Knocking on the door and no one's there. Or, well, they can't see you, so I mean.
My favorite one is my bank card. It was left on my aquarium. Literally tore the whole house. Couldn't find it. Next day, walked by the aquarium. It was right there where we left. Just out of the blue. Did you do that?
Well,
James.
James, you are starting to get a little bit older.
I'd say a couple of words there, but yeah, we're on air.
You know what, though? I mean, in all actuality, if I were a spirit, I would probably laugh at some of the stuff, but then depending on if I really wanted to get somebody's attention, I might be frustrated. How do you feel, being on the other side? Do you laugh at times and other times feel frustrated when you're trying to talk to somebody?
Judy Wilson in chat. would like to know, what do you do on the other side? I'm presuming I mean for amusement, to keep yourself busy or whatever else.
Watch you?
Watch is what I thought I heard.
Yeah, I heard that too. Like, you mean watch us while we're sleeping, or do you watch us just during the day, or is it all the time?
They hold up scorecards.
I'm going to be showering in my underwear now.
Please.
Now, do you watch us from above?
Rettungspartie.
Do you watch us from above, or do you watch us where we are, like in the same buildings that we're in, or do you have a TV set that you can watch us and then talk? You know, there's tons of questions people are always curious about.
When you're watching over us, are you there
26.
just out of curiosity? Are you there to protect us?
Lydia.
Like now?
Rebus.
Yeah, like now. That'd be a good example.
Like when we do those things where we're like happy nobody can see us, and can you guys see us and do you laugh?
And a question coming in from the chat again is with Judy. Do you have to watch us? Like, is there a reason why you watch us? Does it pain you? Does it pain you, or does it make you happy to be able to watch us? So a lot of us make good decisions, and a lot of us don't. So I hope it's not painful for you. But we're going to be turning this off in just a minute or so. I'd like to thank you for your communication. Thank you for taking the time.
Oh, excuse me.
Taking the time to communicate with us.
I'd like to thank you for your patience with our questions as well.
Excuse me.
Is there anything else before we end communication that you'd like to say to any of us? Any pearls of wisdom? Anything?
I want to thank you all for the conversation tonight and the fun, the laughter that we had earlier. And, you know, just know that you're loved, that we love you, and we are very grateful and feel very blessed that you actually take the time to share in this time with us. We love you very much.
I'd like to thank you for your attempts in communicating with us tonight. Any attempt is always much appreciated. And once again, I'd like to thank you for your patience in your attempts.
And everybody, thank you very much for being in here. Spirits and individuals that we're talking with, thank you so much for, again, taking the time to talk with us. For those of you guys that may be interested, we have another new episode of Spirit Box Weekly tomorrow night. And for those of you that may not have been able to jump in on the giveaway or the sweepstakes or the raffle, whatever you want to call it, for the Spirit Box, visit us on Upstate Supernatural. Go to Facebook /Upstate Supernatural. On the left-hand side, you'll see giveaway. It's also pinned on the main tab for it. And all you have to do is follow one of the 3 entry options or do all 3. And we'll be doing the drawing for the raffle not this Friday nor next Friday. It'll be the Friday after. On the 100th episode, we'll make the announcement for who the winner is. And then I'll have them contact me to let me know how to get it to them. But that's for a chance to win a 12-898, a Hacked Spirit Box Radio Shack hack. But I'd like to thank everybody again, and we will catch you next week, and have a beautiful weekend if we don't see you.
You guys are great. Thanks for coming out. Thank you very much for all your questions. And like I said, once again, thank you very much for coming out and watching our sessions. Like and subscribe. And have a wonderful night, everyone.
Definitely. And we appreciate each and every one of you. So, for coming back every week and joining us. And you help make the show. So thank you very much.
We have a great family here. Keep it up, guys.
Definitely. Good night, everybody.
And if you guys aren't on the the notification for the show, if you go in the description of the video, there's a link. It'll take you to an event page. And anytime we're doing an update with a show, anytime we're putting the findings out there, gives you a notification of things that are coming up with that show. We also have one for Facebook. That's in the description below. You can click on that as well, and that keeps you up to date as well. So whichever, we got a couple of different ways to keep you up to date with everything. But again, thank you so much, Renee. Thank you, James. This show.
Thank you.
And what we're doing, the 3 of us together is what matters with this. That it truly has bonded us together with what we're doing, and I think it's making a difference. Definitely is. And
I find
for
it's
those
getting
of you
better and
interested
better.
in contacting Renee, you can find her YouTube channel. Just click on Angelic Comfort right in the chat, or you can go on Facebook and be able to click on Angelic Comfort as well, right on Upstate Supernatural or on the Loving Whispers page as well.